Hello and welcome to Dice and Adventure. We are a group of friends who love to tell stories. I am Sketch, your DM, and we are bringing you part 3 of our mini Mel'e'doz series. And with me are the players. They're going to introduce themselves. Let's start with M.
So I'll be playing Martha today. Yeah, she's a barbarian, and we'll see how that goes.
Hi, I'm Montiago. I will be playing Magnus Reaper. We both use he, him, and Magnus is a mixture of a druid, blood hunter, rogue.
And hi, I'm Kisben. I'm still playing Goku because he doesn't seem to want to leave yet. No matter how I try.
So, last time, most of us were all together. You managed to defeat the second general, the Stormhead, and managed to retrieve another gem to power up this armor. That seems to be the only way to face off against the evil King Tyrant. And you had the help of another hero from the past who faded away. The Eversoul absorbed them back into it once again. And it's been about a week since the last... a week has passed since last there, and the Eversoul hasn't been spitting out any more heroes. And Echo, you've been staying around here, and like your incorporealness has started to become more solid, and you're actually where something fell before, and you was like, "Oh, it's fine. It's gonna just pass straight through me." It like clonked you and gave you quite a bad injury, but you managed to overcome this, fortifying Dire Shield with the help of your time magic and the apes that Sen's character was able to transform last time you were here, Mirabella. So between them two, you did manage to fortify Dire Shield some way. Would you like to explain in some of the fortifications you made?
Oh, cool. Like, it's customized. That's fun. We originally were kind of in like a cave and an alcove on the outskirts of originally, weren't we?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Would you say we've moved back into the remnants of the town at this point?
I would say you could have started to 100%. Yeah.
Okay. Well, definitely some kind of palisade/fortress-esque kind of channel going from the cave itself and kind of reclaiming some parts of the city and just like building up between the ruins and so on, kind of blocking off streets and that. Then get into like, for lack of better terms, like the bandit camps you would see like in Skyrim, where it's like kind of ragtag put together, but it does its job. It funnels people into where you want them to go, kind of thing.
Yeah. So you've been able to get them undergo. You have come to this day, and on this morning you was called by Wisp, and Wisp was like, "Oh, I know I said the Everstone seemed to be dead, but this morning it started to awaken again."
It really sure took a long hiatus, didn't it?
Yes, I thought you would be all we had to finish off our little quest here. But luckily, I mean, not that there's anything wrong with just you, but luckily,
no. Even I can accept my shortcomings. The fact that I can only deal with ground threats.
But it started to rev up again, so hopefully we have a couple of people soon. I'm very interested to see. Yes,
that's where it's taking me away, because
I
was more solid when it wasn't moving, and now that it's moving again,
Oh, I didn't.
Let's hope for the best, shall we?
Yes, let's try to hope for the best. And as he's talking, there's like this kind of like this flare. It like shoots up in the air, and then like impacts the ground next to you, creates like this crater from the impact. And if you'd like to describe what steps out of this glowing light as you become more tangible in this world.
So Martha is kind of wearing these almost royal purple clothes with a really thick fur cloak. One of her arms is covered in a metallic kind of braces, and on her back is a large dwarven axe. It appears very well made. She has kind of long, rough auburn hair that's pulled back in braids and a big bushy beard. Kind of large, vibrant green eyes. And she's looking probably a little bit disheveled, but tries to brush it off a bit. Hey, what's going on here?
Welcome. Do you want to do the explanation, or shall I?
Well, first off, I'm Wisp. I'm the one that called you here. So if you've heard any voices, throughout your rest, that would have been me. Sorry for the disruption. But we are in a dire state of danger. I believe
Right.
someone that.
So you need someone to kick some ass, do you?
Yes, quite right. I think they're probably more your speed, Echo, if you would like to explain what's been going on here.
Ah, perfect. Long story short, the little shit tyrant actually ends up winning the war, even though most of us throughout the history of this world have sacrificed our lives to stop him, and he seems to have completely turned it into an absolute shit show, and now we have to try and fix it. Welcome.
You're talking about the tyrant, no?
Yeah, that little shit. Surprisingly, he won.
Well, we'll be able to change that, do you think? We must have a bit of an army with us, right?
Yeah, it's about 70 to 80 people.
I've worked with worse odds.
Okay, split that down to about 40 because there are still women and children. They're not really combatant.
I'm pretty sure some of us women can be quite the fighters, you know.
Not a lot of these ones just pointing around at some of the civilians that are like darting around the kind of palisades and stuff. Like, they're doing their best, but they're not really born fighters.
I see. So what kind of timeline are we working with? Can we get any more of them trained up, or?
Well, I spent at least this past time while the Everton was dormant making the fortifications you see here with a handful of them. I haven't been really able to do any training because I'm more, this. So, besides the ones that already know how to fight, there's not been any really progression.
I see.
And our scouts have that was the main reason for me to come into you, Echo. Our scouts have found out that the Shadowhead is approaching.
Oh, perfect. Okay, well, that makes sense. We fought the revival of two crystals, so simultaneously next to each other would cause said phenomenon to happen. So, any estimates on how long? If it's riding a beast like the others were, or if it's on foot?
The scary thing is, it's arrives with the darkness, and as it's close to nightfall, I would imagine it would be. I put night forward about an hour's time, so any time between now and then.
Okay, well, sorry, I didn't get to catch your name.
It's Martha Penflagon. And you?
I'm Echo. I'm time night is the easiest way to explain it. Pleasure. I think our best course of action, Wisp, is to probably get the civilians inside and just let me and Martha do what we can out here.
Yes, I can get. Maybe we should go back to that cavern.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's technically our keep at this point, so you might as well use it as a 4 or 5 point. The gate should be up to snuff. We did take a lot of time perfecting that.
Oh, amazing. I should warn you, the Shadowhead, from our recent reports, has also claimed the Bloodhead's crystal for themselves. So that was
okay.
kind of a how can we put it? A
double whammy.
Yes, they apparently 2 heads are better than 1, so they kind of fused.
Okay, so this one might be more dangerous than the others, what you're saying. Got it.
Yes, and danger, as we know. As he says this, another ball of light just...
It really is getting more elaborate of how it retrieves people. God, I just showing up in the middle of a room. It's really boring.
And Mantiago, at this point, Magnus kind of dusts himself off, landing... and yeah, if you'd like to describe what Magnus looks like again as he appears out of the light.
So it's similar as before. Very smartly dressed. He's got like a long coat on. He has a cloak. Color schemes: blue, reds. He also wears top hat as well. Clean shaven with like mediumish long reddish ginger hair.
Oh
well, that's a familiar face.
Oh, back. Okay. You're still here.
Don't sound too disappointed.
Well, I was hoping everything would sort itself out, but I guess not.
No, sadly it hasn't. I've been here for about 12 days now? 12 days.
And you didn't disappear in that time?
No, surprisingly not. As I said, I think my whole alignment with time kind of gives me a stronger pull on reality than you guys.
Well, hopefully I'm a little bit more stable this time. I don't go disappearing again on you.
Yeah, no, hopefully. On the upside, when you disappeared, it did drop a different hero that I don't know if they were actually a hero. I don't ever remember reading about them, but either way, different ally, and we dealt with a second head, and now apparently 2 more are coming here, but it's more one that has taken the power of a second, so...
Okay. So there's still 1 head, just as strong
with
as
the
2?
powers of 2, yes.
Okay. And I'll go over to Martha. Oh, we have someone else. It's not just us 2 this time.
Martha's probably been stretching a little bit, getting ready for everything. Another friend of yours, eh? Pleasure to meet you. Name's Martha. How's that a hand?
Yeah, I'll reach out. You may call me Magnus. Magnus Reaper, at your service.
I just call him Reaper.
Either or works.
Here to help us kick some butt, are ya?
Prefer stitching, but yes.
Well, now that we have 3 people for the Palisades, this might be slightly more better than originally thought. Anyway, let me quickly give you the tour, since I've done some changes while I've been here for the past 12 days.
Oh, good. You want, like, just doing nothing?
Rude. But yes, I wasn't just doing nothing. And the last hero turned some of the people into gorillas for a short time, and they really got a lot of the stuff moving. It really accelerated our construction project. Just pointing around at the, like, mini force that's kind of surrounding, keeping, making a path from the city to the cave.
Well, you definitely have been busy.
Well, I'm the only one with actual military experience among these people, so I had to part off what knowledge I could, and mainly a place of, protection and fortitude was the main idea behind everything.
So do you have a plan for this other head?
No, the only thing I really planned for was the fact that we had 2 gems now that are too close proximity that it would grab the attention of them. So that's as much as I planned for. Deliberately getting attacked here, yes.
So sorry, I might need catching up a wee bit. We're fighting the tyrant or no?
No, we'll be fighting one of the generals. Right, okay, let me explain. So Tyrant overrun the world with the power of this beast. He then separated that beast into 5 separate generals, so it couldn't, what's the word?
Overpower him.
Thank you. That's one. So he couldn't, overpower him. And these 5 generals were working under his command. They all seem to have some kind of power of certain elements at their command. And now, with the new information from the scouts, it seems that one of those generals went to the other general, had a conversation or a fight, and absorbed the power of that. So now, there's only 4 generals, but one of them is technically 2. So, we'll just see how that goes.
And it's just this one that's coming.
Yeah, but they are pretty. They are pretty intimidating foes, honestly. They are worth their weight in words and renown alone. So, even though it might only be one person, it would still be a terrible ordeal, most likely.
So don't underestimate them. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. They'll definitely have tricks up their sleeves, powers that we do not know due to whatever they might control, and they're definitely going to fight dirty. So,
and
don't give them any quarter.
As you say that, the sky above kind of rips open, and I need you all to make dexterity saving throws as these meteors cast down.
Oh.
That's a natural 20 for 34.
Okay.
Where's my dexterity save is higher?
Nat 20 as well for 23.
Okay.
Well,
Don't let
I
the
got
team
that
down.
one. I was close with a 19, but I got pluses, so it's, in total it's 25.
Oh, you
Nice.
just fail.
No!
Just by 26 is the save.
So I need a natural 20. Okay.
So yeah. So 2 successes, you're going to take half damage, and then the 1 fail, you're going to take full damage. So that will be 61 necrotic damage and 64 bludgeoning damage.
I'm assuming I take half all of them because of evasion.
Because of evasion,
yeah.
yes, correct.
Took off the stick.
And then,
What was-
when they said nightfall's coming, this place is in a ever stage of darkness anyway, but the lights dim even more now as this being of shadow and bone just like appears out of the nothingness. It's like these bones wrapped in shadow, almost like if you can imagine a Grim Reaper with this wisp of this skeleton with this wisp of shadowy cloak. That's what you see before a mask just settles over their face. And now I need you all to roll initiative.
I want that mask. Yeah.
You can certainly have it if it stays.
That's 2 4s for a 6.
Okay.
That's a dirty 20.
The 16.
16. No. Okay, and then for the shadow head. Ooh. 24. So he will act first, this being, and you see this like pure black gem resting upon this staff that just is made out of shadow. And the gem kind of just hovitates down, and turns into 3 and each hits the ground as he's going to use Arcane Cataclysm. I need another dexterity saving throw from all of you.
And now I need to roll that for 20. Okay.
That's 24, which we know doesn't work. That's
22.
22.
My dice is mean. I rolled another natural 19 for 25.
27.
27. Okay, so 1 success, 2 fails. And as these orbs hit the ground, they kind of just like... and this shockwave of energy hit him for 55 points of force damage, half as much for the success and the evasion. So 27.
Okay, 27.
And now this shadow, as a bonus action, its form is like the bones underneath the shadow kind of crack and pop, as it takes more of a bone-like dragon form. And yeah, that will be its turn. That brings us with Echo.
Wow. He's still floating up there, or has he came down now?
Still floating at the moment.
Well, this is why I have this. How far high is he floating?
He is like about 30 foot above like the gate.
Okay. I'm going to move slightly closer, so if I can try and reduce that distance of height by 10 foot if possible.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my boomerang shield.
Okay.
Because I have a way to hit stuff. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but hey, I have something to do.
So you're Captain America throwing the shield at this
Maybe
skull, like this bone dragon, essentially.
Yes. My maths has a plus 11 to hit, so give me a second. I can just roll it as an unarmed strike because it's the same thing. So 26 to hit.
Shield.
Okay. Well, it returns to my arm, and I'll throw it again. 27 to hit.
That does hit.
Even with shield. Well, it's only 1d6, so that's 4 slashing. Hey, I had nothing else to do when they're floating.
I'm not knocking it. I'm just...
25 misses, yep.
Yep.
That's a natural 18. Does the sword ability? No? Okay, just making sure. And that's another 2 slashing. That's literally all he can do. But I will bonus action use my second wind twice because, time. Yep. Bullshit. 24 and 23. Not bad.
So you guys see Echo kind of like just walk up and constantly throwing the shield. It keeps returning back to his grip. And then it's almost like you have to like check your vision for a second because you see him like kind of just almost like if you put a rewind on the video, just go back in time as he heals up with the second wind.
Nice.
All I can do is good luck.
That brings us to Magnus.
Oh boy. Okay. What can I do again? Double checking if it's an action or bonus action. I think it was a bonus action. Okay. Yeah, I was just say like I'm gonna go into my hag form for my bonus action.
Yep.
Again, that whole like elongated like arms and claws and weird like stretched out face. But that's my bonus action. And then how far away is he?
30 foot up in the air.
Interesting. Okay. No, that's fine. That's a bonus action too. Yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and just throw some daggers
Okay.
of my cantrip. So I get 4. Yeah. So the first one's a natural 20.
Okay.
Second one I think misses. Yeah, that's a 17 to hit. 16 to hit. And yeah, so only the natural 20 hits.
Hey, at least something hits.
That's terrible damage as well. 6 radiant damage.
Amazing. Is that doubled?
That is doubled. I'm on a 3.
No modifiers onto the dagger?
Not this one, no.
Fair enough. Amazing. So yeah, you just, and it's just like as this arcane sheen kind of reflects over to block the blow, it kind of just like chips in just before the sheen goes over, and it like hits like the skull where the mask is, and there's just like this tiny crack that appears on the mask.
Cool. That's my go.
Cool. At the end of your turn, they are going to take a legendary. No, they're going to spend 2 legendary actions to appear next to Echo and hit him with their shadow staff. I nearly didn't roll to attack. I just rolled for damage then. That I don't think that hits. 22.
Yeah, that misses.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, so now they're on the ground. That brings us to Martha.
Right, you said he played dirty, but that was downright filthy. Now hold still, you wee bastard. And she'll kind of slam down her feet and enter a rage, and then slash down a couple of times with this battle axe of hers. So is he within melee reach, or does she have to throw it?
They are now on the ground, so you would be able to get up to them.
Okay. In that case, yeah, going in close and making a reckless attack.
Amazing.
28 to hit.
That does hit.
And can I get a con save from Topple?
You can.
So DC 22?
That would be a 21. However, I will spend a legendary resistance.
Oh, good. So that is 18 slashing, and I believe, is it 1d6 or d10? 1d6. And 13 radiant on the first one.
Amazing.
And for the second attack, bring it down in the opposite direction for 25 to hit.
That misses, unfortunately, with the shield still active. Okay. That then brings us to top of the round, the Shadow Head. Which toy do they play with? They still have one more 9th level spell I can play with. Yeah, why not? As you see them slam this shadow staff into the ground, it kind of melts into this giant shadowy blade of disaster, and they're going to cast Blade of Disaster.
Sketch, question.
Yes.
For him to cast this spell, is he Or are they vocalizing?
I mean, Blade of Disaster does have verbal components. They are not really talking past, say, what you're trying to do.
Okay. I have a spell called Zip It, so I can sew his mouth shut if he's vocalizing. But
Okay.
if they're not,
You're not hearing anything. It's
Yeah,
more
that's fine.
like wells. With Blade of Disaster, make 2 melee attacks against built for duration. This cast only come 2 melee attacks against each creature. Okay, yeah. So that's action. So that's bonus action summon it. So I get 2 attacks off this first one. I think I'm just going to split it up nice and easy against Echo, one against Martha, as they're the ones directly in melee with him right now.
Advantage against Martha.
Oh, yes, I do get advantage against Martha. So I'll go against Martha first. That will be a 28 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Wait, I think it's actually the wrong modifier, but anyway, it still hits. Yeah, it's much higher, my bad. So that will be 25 points of force damage. And then against Echo, I now remember it's got a plus 18.
Fair. No.
Because it's spellcasting.
Wow, fair.
Which is a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. And that will be 30 points of force damage. That's bonus action. And then for action, I think just a barrage of arcane blasts against Magnus.
I mean, that's fair.
31 to hit.
Yeah, that would hit.
So that's 14 points of force damage. Second one will be a 24 to hit.
Shield.
Okay. Third one will be a 33 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that's 11 points force. And then last one, number 4, will be a 23 to hit.
That will miss.
Amazing. So just this shadow turns into this blade, just and then and you know what? They're going to stay where they are for the time being. That brings us to Echo's turn.
Yes. Most certainly. Just like pulling up the sword and attacking. So 27.
Yep, even with shield that would hit, so I'm not going to waste it at the moment.
That one's a miss. That's a 17.
Okay.
Are we flanking, or are we more standing side by side? Because
I would say at this point it is side by side because it was just enough to
Side by
get up
side,
to
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Well, 26. I think you can field that.
I'll take it.
Okay. Last one. Natural 19, which will be a crit. Do I want to do an action surge yet? No, we won't. Okay. So, first one. 12 slashing, 20 necrotic.
20 necrotic, okay.
Second one, 11 slashing, 10 necrotic.
Mm-hmm.
And the crit, which I have to roll customly because it doesn't like. do both of the dice. Ba-da-ba-bum. "17 slashing. That 24? Sorry, 28 necrotic.
Okay.
And that is for this. Actually, bonus action, I will, on one of those attacks, teleport right next to them,
Okay.
and then increase my AC by 6.
Okay. Now I would say you'd be able to get flanking because you're with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Not a problem then.
Sweet. At the end of your turn, Echo, they are going to spend one legendary action to shoot off 2 more arcane blasts at Magnus. I imagine that is what Magnus just said. Rude.
Oh, 100%.
32 to hit.
Hits.
And that'd be 13 points of force. And the next one is 22 to hit.
Or miss.
Cool. And that brings us to Magnus.
Okay. Right, well, I've been getting damage. Let's add more. I'm gonna stab myself.
The only person that gets to hurt me is me.
Wow, that really hurt. I rolled really high on that damage. Oh, activate flames.
Okay.
And I will rush in because why not? And just try and stab it.
I'll give you advantage because I said there's enough of you around to get a flanking position.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
We might need it.
I mean, yeah. Oh, that roll off the table. Oh, I have to roll 3 dice. I forget this.
Oh, you have super advantage.
Well, that really didn't help. 24 to hit.
I'll take it. Yeah, I won't shield.
Okay. How much am I doing? So that's 15 piercing damage.
Cool.
11 necrotic damage. And then it needs to do a Constitution saving throw, please.
25.
They're going to be fine. And then because I hit it with my branded. Oh wait, and it's extra fire damage too.
Yep.
6.
Okie
Because I hit, I am going to then brand it. So yeah, so I know, I always know where it is, and then each time it tries to attack another creature, including myself, it takes psychic damage.
Okay, nice.
But I got another attack. So with an extra D dice. What's my pluses? 29 to hit.
29 does hit.
Uh, 10 piercing, 12 necrotic,
Okie dokie.
and 6 fire. Wow, I rolled all max on that one.
Nice.
Does the Constitution save happen each time? Yes, it does. Another con save, please.
Another con save.
I don't think you can fail it. It's quite low DC.
28.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
I mean, he only got plus 12, so.
Okay, so they have to roll like a 2.
Fair enough. I stand corrected.
Oh, but sneak attack, right?
Yes.
Because I had advantage. I forgot. I'm a rogue.
Yes. Level 20 characters. The problem with them.
Especially when I have 3 different classes that all do different things.
Welcome to my
Just
nightmare.
rolling D&D Beyond. 15 extra damage for sneak attack.
15? Nice.
And I add 2 stitches. Because both attacks hit.
Okay.
So 10 feet of movement is reduced.
Perfect. I just won't move.
But that is me. I'm saying that.
Okie dokie. At the end of yours, I am going to spend another one legendary action to just do a staff attack against Martha. Which is a 15 to hit.
Was that with advantage?
It was not. 31 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Just as flavor, because obviously the staff turns into this sword, it kind of just hits you with the pummel. 16, 24, 34. 43 points of force damage.
And it takes 5 psychic damage because it attacked the creature.
Amazing. That brings us to Martha's turn.
Kind of wipes a little bit of blood from the corner of her mouth. Reaches down, takes out a tankard that's kind of clipped to her side, and takes a couple of deep gulps, and will use Warrior of the Gods to regain some hit points.
Okie dokie.
26. That was a cheap shot. Right. And then she's going to take the axe overhead and make another couple of attacks.
Yeah, you have advantage on these.
Yeah, cool. 32 to hit, and I'll just roll the second one. And 28 to hit.
Both will hit.
Okay, first one, can we get another Constitution save for Topple?
Ooh,
22 is the DC.
That will only be a 14. I will burn another legendary resistance.
Sure thing.
Out of the way.
So for radiant damage, it's 16. And for slashing, on the first one, it's 21. And the second one, another 21.
Amazing.
And that would be her turn.
Perfect. Yeah, at the end of your turn, Martha, just going to spin again with the magic staff pommel attack. I'm going to hit Echo, I think, this time. Well, I'm going to try and hit Echo. Let's... 14? No. 6 plus 12 is not 14. 18.
Misses, yeah.
Yeah. Regardless, it misses. But
I have another 5 psychic damage.
Perfect. I'll do like that. Okay, the Shadowhead's turn now. Well, I'll get the bonus action done out of the way. It's going to take 2 of the Blade of Disaster attacks. Yeah, you kind of see the blade just like pull off from the staff. It becomes its own entity, kind of just floats behind you, Magnus. It's going to take 2 swings against you.
Yeah, that's fair.
First one will be a 31 to hit.
Hits.
And second one will be a 31 to hit. 13 on both dice.
Yeah, both hit with 31. I can't shield it.
So first little piece of damage is 35 point. No, 35 points of force.
Just double checking. Do I have uncanny dodge at this level?
You should do. That's normally a level 5 ability. So if you've got evasion,
Oh, then yes. I'm past that. Okay, so I'm going to uncanny dodge that first attack.
Okay, so you'll
Half
take
it.
17.
17. Yeah, 17.
And the second damage, I rolled 3 11s and 1 10, so 43 points of force damage.
43. Ow.
And for their action.
And they take 10 psychic damage from those 2 attacks.
Yep. Amazing. Even if it's the blade and technically not them?
Good
Because
question.
the blade counts as a spiritual weapon, or does it just say if it they when?
Oh, let me double check. Each time the brand creature deals damage to you or
Okay,
another creature.
So yeah, they are technically still doing damage. So perfect. You know what? The shadow just this soulless gasp, and is going to point. Actually, it's going to move away. Actually, attack of opportunities will be allowed. It's just going to walk away 40 foot from you.
Okay. Do we still have
34?
advantage?
You wouldn't
As it's
have.
moving or no?
No.
Yeah, okay.
34
Yep.
will hit.
Can we make? I think we can make topple attacks on reactions too, right?
I'll allow it. I've still got legendary
Cool.
resistances.
Sure. So 22 Constitution.
Yep. Oh,
22 to hit as well, which I know misses.
yeah. No, 22 will hit because it's not got shield.
Oh, okay.
It's 27 when it's got shield, 22 normally. So that's 25 on the con save.
Saves. So 18 slashing and 15 radiant.
Amazing.
I only rolled an 18 to hit, so I'm assuming that misses.
That does miss, unfortunately.
Yeah.
13 slashing and 13 necrotic.
Amazing. Yeah. So now, as it's like taking that step back from you, the soulless sucking noise you hear, and then you just hear faint whispers, like in your mind, echo as this being goes, "I've heard you were a part of the first 2 fallen. Now I will be a part of you fallen." And it's going to cast Disintegrate. So I need a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh.
That is entirely fine. I don't like that, so I'll use a charge of living to give me advantage.
Yep.
26.
That is the DC.
Good, because originally it was 19.
Okay, yeah. So as this spell hits you, it doesn't impact. And that will be their turn for now, bringing us to Echo.
They moved 40 foot, didn't they?
They did. Not flying, they just walked 40 foot away from you.
Well, I will take my action to do Temporal Warrior because, you know, at least I get to move each time on each of those turns. So let's see how many turns I actually get back to back. 3 turns. So, yeah, I can only make 1 attack each turn, but that's fine. So, yeah, stopping time around myself. First turn, I will move. I won't be within range to attack. So, second turn, I will move, attack the 1 time.
Yep. Yeah. For you, Martha and Magnus, you just see everything stop. As
18 is going to miss.
18 will miss.
So, third and final attack, which is 21. That's going to
That also missed.
Yeah. And as time recontinues, now that I'm standing next to him, I will action surge.
Okay. So as time catches up, you just see Echo go from here to right next to him, blink of an eye, and now action surge. Yeah, sure.
Oh, so I can attack a couple more times. But that's going to miss. That's also going to miss. 27.
That will hit.
And then last one, natural 19, which is great.
Yeah.
Okay. So for the normal attack, that is 15 slashing, 11 necrotic.
Okay.
Then for the crit, which I have to roll manually because it doesn't let you use both dice. 17 slashing and 27 necrotic.
Amazing.
And on that blast attack, I'll just shout over to I guess take a break as the sword launches them into the temporal rift.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll use the continuity rift to, give my allies time to get back over here.
Okay. So what I will say there, as you've got him held in this portal between there and forever, we will take a break. So, you, Magnus and Martha, you have an action you can do as Echo is holding this him in this rift. If you want to do anything until he ends his turn to let him out.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself at 3rd level.
Perfect.
Could Martha take another swig of her tankard and use another couple of Warrior of the Gods charges?
100%.
I guess maybe, would you allow holding an action to attack them when they get back?
Yeah. Amazing. So, as you do that, you heal up, and then Echo.
Yep. As the end of this round ends, just dropping him on his face directly where he left. Like, oh, hell around. I hear they're great this time of year.
Okay, you get your attack you held, Martha.
Yeah.
And
28 on the psychic damage. Yeah, 28.
Perfect.
And then it's I think it's an 18. 18 intelligence save on the confusion.
Okay. Oh. Intelligence, not a problem. 37.
Oof.
No.
That is fair.
Respectable.
Yeah.
I was just a small go fuck yourself. Pretty much
plus 18.
doubling the DC. Yeah.
I had a plus 18 to the intelligence, so
Rolled a 19 on that.
I did.
Fair.
Yeah. Okay. So
Would that be with advantage, or
these
are we
aren't
able to
with-
get into kind of flanking, or?
Oh, I mean, yeah, you probably would with the time you had, yeah. Because
Cool.
I would say Echo would know.
That was that was the idea, to
Yeah.
try and get my allies close again.
Cool. So 32
does hit.
for 13 slashing and 11 radiant. And with holding actions, is it just the one attack or both?
No, you get your both
right,
for
yeah.
holding. Yeah.
Okay, cool. 34
Yeah.
for not bad, 22 slashing damage.
Okay. Amazing.
Can we make another topple attack for prone?
We can indeed.
22 constitution.
28, 16 plus 12.
Nice. Yep, they're fine.
Perfect. All right, then that brings us, so that's Echo's turn ended, so that brings us to Magnus.
Okay, I need a round still to recover. So bonus action. Can I move closer and then find somewhere to hide, but using my 30 feet movement?
Yeah. I would say you'd be able to. Yeah, you could find somewhere to hide. Yeah, you could probably peer around the gate or something like that. Yeah.
Would you like me to just roll for stealth?
Please.
That's mid 24.
Okay.
Quite low. And then for my action, whilst I'm hidden, I'm just going to cast Arm of Agathis at 3rd level on myself.
Amazing.
To give me some temporary hit points. But that is me.
Okie dokie. So that then brings us. Actually, no. At the end of your turn. How's everyone looking hit point wise?
Want the truth?
I mean, I would prefer the truth.
I'm over half and I've got 109 temp.
Okay.
I think
I
that
guess-
makes me the target.
At least you're surviving this.
Martha's looking all right.
Okay.
Magnus is not, but that's why he hit.
Okay.
But if you can still see me, because I did roll poorly, that is fair.
That's what I'm tempted to do. I'm tempted to use legendary action to try and perceive you, and then the next one to hit you with something. No, I'll take a staff attack with legendary action against Marth. No, against Echo. Echo's been a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that's the common theme so far.
That 22 to hit.
Just misses. Because I don't even have my AC bonus because I didn't teleport to increase it. So
yeah, that makes me feel all the better. Now it's Martha's turn.
And she will take a couple of slashes down at them. So still in flanking position.
Yep.
Cool. 35 to hit.
Yep.
And 34 to hit. So 18 slashing and 16 radiant on the first one.
Okie dokie.
18 slashing on the second.
Okay.
She's looking like she's been hit a bit, but she's definitely enjoying it at this point.
Okie dokie. Good to know.
And bonus action will take another swig.
Yep. And then I feel at the end of your turn, I'm going to use 2 legendary actions to cast Hold Monster. Can I get a Wisdom saving throw, please, Echo?
you certainly can. I will use my last card of my ring for advance because I might need it. But I feel like I need a natural 20 or nothing else. That's charisma, but they have the same plus anyway. So 21.
That does fail. So you are paralyzed.
Frozen.
So attack rolls have advantage against you. Any attack roll that hits you automatically crits. And your speed is 0. Brings us to the Shadowhead's turn. For his bonus action, 2 Blade of Disaster attacks. And these are auto crits, so that will be 12d12.
Fair.
$83 points of force.
Fair.
And the second one. $76 points of force. I know I've just eaten into his temp HP, so it's barely done anything to him.
Yep.
But
50 damage.
It's the principle of the matter.
Are they actually attack rolls, or are they just hit?
No, they are attack rolls. Yeah. You can make an up to 2 melee spell attack rolls. Yeah.
I'm guessing they would have there was no way for them to miss then.
Oh no, they could have hit. They have a plus 18 to hit. Oh, did I not roll to hit?
Nope, you just roll damage, which is fair. That's
Fair
why I
enough.
waited.
Let me roll damage. Let me roll to hit. Sorry. So that would be a 27 to hit.
That will hit, yeah. So fine so far.
And the second one is a 26 to hit.
Yeah, both hit. Okay, cool.
Okay.
All fine.
Sorry,
Just making sure.
You should have. No, I was like, yeah, they spell attack. Well, yeah, I didn't roll to hit.
Just making sure.
I'm so eager just to hit you.
You're damaged.
At the same time, though, it was advantage, and you've got a really high chance of hitting that anyway, so it makes sense.
Oh, I didn't even roll with advantage. Shit.
Well then.
Well,
Well, they were also crits anyway.
We're just
You weren't going to get any benefit. Yeah. Anyway.
And then, kind of want to I wish I could hit you more, but
Do I get to roll to see if I'm unparalyzed after each attack or anything like that?
For hold monster.
Yeah, because it's the upgraded version of whole person, isn't it?
At the end of each of your turns, you get to roll out of it.
Okay, good to know. That ain't gonna happen, so.
Well, I think it's just going to take a magic staff attack against you as its action, then, just to get in as much damage as possible, really. $23 to hit.
That is the AC.
That was. So 64 points of force damage.
Damn.
But that is their turn for now, bringing us to Echo.
Yep.
Echo's going to retaliate now.
No, not because I can't take any actions or attacks or anything like that, because I'm both incapacitated as well as paralyzed. Because paralyzed has the incapacitated trait in it.
Yes.
So, end of the turn, and I can just get to roll.
Come on, break out of it. You've got this.
That's a 21. Fuck it, let's try Indomitable. See if I get that natural 20. Nope, that's a dirty 20. Wrong type of 20.
It just hurt 20.
I might have to open the bag.
I think you might
do
have
it.
to.
I think you need it.
Okay, yeah, I don't break out of it. I'm just chilling.
Okay, perfect. That brings us to Magnus.
I don't know. Alright, I'll go help, even if this might kill me.
We're already dead!
Yeah, but he wants to win the fight and not die. How far away is he? After I moved up and hid.
Yeah, from you, probably about 10, 20 foot.
Okay, so I can still get there with my movement. That's fine. Right, yeah. Here we go. I'm gonna go using my movement so I can get within 5 feet. Is there any chance I can get advantage with flanking at all? And I can't get it with Echo because
you can get it with Martha, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not for anymore.
Here we go. Okay, 27 to hit.
27 does hit.
Okay. So that's going to be 13 piercing.
Yeah.
7 necrotic. 3 fire. Sneak attack for 21. And because I hit it, I'm going to use my bonus action to try and sew their mouth shut.
Okie dokie.
So that's a contested roll. I believe. Yeah. I'm guessing you can either use athletics or acrobatics. It doesn't say; it just says contested athletics, acrobatics.
Yeah, okay. I would like to use neither. I would like to use my mind.
Okay.
Mental gymnastics. Got
yes, I guess I will go. Acrobatics. It's not much of a difference. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. I feel like the parrot from Pirates Caribbean. Could have been worse.
I rolled a 30 for my acrobatics.
Well, lucky you. I rolled a 21.
So their mouth is shut. So they can no longer speak or cast spells if they have a verbal component.
Okay.
I'm sorry. They also gain technically another stitch because I hit them, so that's another 5 feet reduced.
Yeah.
So it's 15 in total. And I've got my next attack, so I'm going to try and hit again.
Also, would they have taken psychic damage from the 3 attacks they did against Echo?
No, because I wasn't there. I have to be within 5 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, natural 20.
For that.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, so all this. Okay. Everything doubles. Apart from my sneak attacks, I don't have that anymore. Okay, so 20 piercing.
Okie dokie.
Uh, 22 necrotic.
Okay.
Wow, another max damage on the die. 12 fire.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's.
Looking very hurt.
And then. I mean, I don't think it really matters, but con save, please.
22.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, that's everything. That was my bonus action movement, my 2 attacks. So yeah.
Amazing. At the end of your turn, they're just going to turn and smack you with their staff, I think.
That is fair.
30 to hit.
No, yeah, that will hit. I can't use shield.
I mean, it's 2 ones on the damage. $34 points of force damage.
34. So they take 5 psychic and 15 cold.
Amazing. That was probably... I forgot about the armor of activist. My bad.
But it's gone if it helps.
However, they are still looking pretty rough. That brings us to Martha.
So Martha will go for another swig of the tankard, but it'll come up empty. Shite. Guess we're cracking out the good stuff, and we'll reach into her coat and pull out a hip flask, and this time use Remarkable Recovery
Okay.
to heal. 17. Right, I'm over here. You bone-faced blowhard. Focus on me, and she'll take a couple of slashes.
Okay.
Still advantage?
Yeah, because you got Magnus there.
I think Magnus, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm
32
gonna die.
and... Oh, yeah, that's not great. 20. the second
32
one.
will hit.
Okay. 4. Not terrible. 20 slashing and 12 radiant. And can we make a topple attack with that one too? So con save.
That's third and final legendary resistance.
Valid. And that'll be our turn.
Okie dokie. That brings us to Shadowhead. No, I mean, still got his sword, so it can still smack people about. It can still hit people. And it can still do the arcane blast. It just can't do any spells. That's got verbal.
Yeah.
Ay. I'm just checking all the spells that it has to see if any's. Bonus action, 2 bladed disaster attacks coming at you, Magnus.
That is valid.
First one will be a 22 to hit.
Miss.
Second one will be a 36 to hit.
Hits.
What are you doing there? 27 points of force damage.
That's 5 psychic damage.
Yep. And for that action, just going to crack that staff into Echo once again, because it would be a shame to waste it.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I mean, that is pretty pitiful. 15 to hit.
No, sorry, pal. It is at advantage because I'm still paralyzed.
That was at advantage.
Oh shit! Okay.
Oh,
I feel
wow.
You, bud. I feel you, bud.
Oh!
I rolled a 1 and a 3.
Yeah, my first combat round was the same. I rolled a 2, a 3, and a 4.
Yeah.
I feel you, bud.
Okie dokie. That then brings us to your turn. So to try and break up, I will give you advantage due to my earlier fuck up as well. So you got advantage on this one.
I technically had advantage anyway because I was using Indomitable.
Yeah, but I give you a free advantage here.
P1.
Fair. Okay. That ain't gonna work, and the advantage. That ain't gonna work. Nah, still statue, bud.
Okie dokie. However, is it concentration?
Wait, I have a thing. What did you... no, never mind.
Yeah, that ain't gonna help.
It's not gonna help.
I rolled a 19 and a 17. It might, but I need like 25, I think it is, to break it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I've been rolling the con save for the concentration. It's just been doing just enough.
I can give you a D4, but it won't be enough if you roll a 4.
That then brings us to Magnus.
Okay. I live. Let's keep whacking before bad things happen. Still with advantage?
Yeah. Stitch my mouth shut, will you? Alright, I'll remember this. The DM never forgets.
Oh boy. It's okay, I missed this because I rolled terribly. 16 to hit.
Nope.
Second attack. Uh, 24 to hit.
24 does hit.
Okay.
And I would shield it, but I can't talk.
You can't, yeah. I'm pretty sure shield has a verbal component as well.
Ditching. Okay.
Every single one of their spells has a verbal component. And stupidly, me being me, I was like, oh wait, I have power word kill. Does that have a verbal component? Power word.
Oh, oh.
Okay, sorry. Damage. at 14 piercing, 5 necrotic, 5 fire, and then sneak attack will be. Oh, that's terrible. 13 for the sneak attack.
It's looking very, 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 very rough.
I just need to double check something.
I will roll. No, still good.
Or frozen, flickering in place.
Yeah, just
It doesn't say whether I can do more stitches. So I assume it can have multiple conditions regarding stitching.
okay.
Is that right? So because it has a total of 4 stitches, I can use 2 more stitches to try and sew its eyes shut.
Okay.
Is the plan.
What do you need
that's
for
another-
that?
As another contested roll, please. I'm sorry.
It's all good. 11.
Natural 20 for 38. So they now have the blinded condition too.
Cool. So what I'm hearing is hit echo because it balances out.
Rolls at that point.
But they can use that action to remove stitches if they want. But that's my go.
Or they could use an action to keep punching me. It's entirely up to you.
Or that.
That brings us to Martha.
Don't turn your back on me, you disrespectful little rat. Kiss my axe. And she'll swing around.
Yes.
With advantage, I presume, because blinded, flanked, all of the things.
Yeah, blinded, flank, can't move.
35 to hit.
35 will hit.
And another 35.
Yeah.
For 20 slashing and 11 radiant on the first one.
Okay.
16 slashing on the second.
Martha, how do you kill the Shadowhead?
Yes.
So I think kind of almost like a hook around with the axe. So it kind of connects with these stitching that Magnus had put in place before, and just tearing the axe through his face from behind.
Amazing. Yeah, so you just... And as the head kind of pops off, it just changes into this gem that crashes alongside, and the smoke kind of retracts into a second gem.
Is the skull mask still around, or did that disappear?
That disappeared.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate.
Thank goodness, my arm was getting tired being stuck that way. Put the sword
Yeah.
back away.
Sorry, I couldn't really fix that.
Neither could I.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I thought I wasn't gonna make it in that fight, but I'm glad I pulled through.
Hey, looked like you took a bit of a beating there.
Yes, a lot. Definitely need a rest. Can we rest? I blinked out, so I don't know.
Oh, yes, no, we certainly can, yes. I have done it multiple times the past 12 days.
Oh, good. Because if we go into another fight, I will not be of much use.
We don't need to eat, though. That is one thing that I have sadly noticed that while being here. Eating, and we don't really need to sleep, but we can rest.
Okay, that's fine. As long as I can try and, heal myself through rest, that's fine.
So, how long are we staying around for? Do you
Well,
know?
that is a good question. It varies person to person. I've been here almost 2 weeks now. Other heroes have literally been here for several hours or a day and then vanished.
Yeah, so that happened to me before. I was here for a day and then I disappeared. Back now, but I don't know for how long.
Wisp kind of comes out and he's like, "Oh, that was really good show. Oh, 2 more gems for the armor."
Armor?
Oh, right. Once again, yes, all of you haven't been here the whole time. Right. So, we're collecting the gems off the fallen giants, not giants, generals. That's the right G word. And we're putting them into the set of armor to use against King Tyrant with the power of the beast, technically, once all the gems have been reunited.
Interesting. Who's wearing this armor once we've collected all these gems?
We have no clue yet.
Fair. I think it might be wasted on me. Although, if it's stylish, I don't mind putting it on.
Well, you can have a look at inside. We have to take the gems in because the last person that tried to touch one that wasn't one of us ended up burning a hole through their hand. So they're a bit too arcanely strong for their normal bodies, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, lead the way. I'll grab one of the gems.
Yeah, I guess I'll pick up the other. This way, through the really nice portcullis gate that we made.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Well, we had to make sure that we had some kind of fortified position to retreat to because, parasite walls are great and all that, keeps the riffraff out, but, when most of those can fly, yeah, not really useful. Anyway, into the inner chambers.
Oh, yeah, I'll follow ahead.
Yeah, as you follow in, you see the armor there. It's like this nice kind of like chest plate, has like indentations for the gems. It's already got 2 gems. They kind of like glow together as more of them get brought together. But like, yeah, it's nice looking armor. Quite stylish, not bad looking.
Right.
So this one goes there. Mm-hmm.
Is that one more to go?
Yes, one more general to go, and then we should technically have the power of the beast that the King Tyrant himself used to gain power to use against him.
Oh, well, I think you've done a rather wonderful job. I did call in our scouts and I've resourced someone's come in. They know the location of the last gem, so hopefully we can get this under wraps. So 5 left. And you kind of hear like a knocking at the cave as like you're all talking about this. But yeah, sorry, Reaper, what was you saying?
Okay, do we know what the last element is?
Or the main Mel'e'doz.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, potentially it could be... I mean, we've had the storm head, we've had the shadow head, we've had the fire head, we had the blood head, but they didn't obviously get a... so my best guess would probably be the frost head, or it could be like poison head, or I don't know. Poison head sounds a bit rubbish, to be fair. And again, you hear like this knocking against like the cave entrance.
And someone answer that, please.
And then like this elderly man kind of just like hobbles in. He's just like, "Oh, I wasn't quite sure if I was allowed in. I'm... Wisp was expecting me. I saw where the last head was."
I stepped aside, Father. You mean this guy?
Wisp was like, "Oh, well, it's very good of you to come here." "Yes, the last head wiped out the remainder of my village. We was only 10 people, but they were relentless. A kind of poisonous gas they extruded from them. I believe they called themselves the Toxin Head."
And you were saying poison sounded stupid.
Well, I mean, poison does sound quite stupid. When you think of like fire, blood, shadow, poison.
Yes, well, I see why they call it toxin.
Yes, I think toxin. And this all goes to say, well, I'm glad you're all happy about the name choices. However, for some of us, it's our reality.
Well, technically, it's all of our realities because we're all still in the same world. Technically.
True.
As a dwarf, poison will be no trouble for me. If I'm around, count me in.
Poison is not a problem for you. That's
Aye.
very good to know. And he kind of like hobbles over. Okay. So the village just north of here is where you want to go. That's where he was last, the toxin head.
Is he staying there in one place? Is he coming towards here? I'm just wondering if there's time to rest and whatnot.
I think as soon as he finishes snacking on the rest of my kin, he would probably head his way here.
So you could hold him off in the courtyard area again, I guess.
Oh, yes. That would be interesting. You're quite the battle mind, aren't you?
Well, that was my whole profession when I was alive, so of course I am.
Oh, interesting. He kind of like comes over to you, Echo, and he starts like poking and prodding at your armor, like the various like hourglasses and intricate parts that's still on it. Oh,
you okay there?
What does this do? Why?
Well, if it wasn't used up already, I would be able to manipulate time itself. Why?
Oh, I was just curious. I've not seen armor like this before.
You probably won't. I've been dead for a very long time.
Ah. He kind of gestures to himself being this elderly, frail man. He's like, I've been alive for a very long time.
Yeah, I think I died way before your time, sadly. Or you may have just been an infant when my, I guess, conclave was wiped out. I don't really know what happened to them. Hey, Wisp, you know anything what happened to the actual order, or did this all kind of fall apart in the whole uprising?
The history I did read, they kind of just stopped existing.
Yeah, no, I could see that.
Maybe they found their powers too great, so they, yes, merely stopped existing.
I'll tell you what I think probably happened.
Always.
Most likely because it takes an awful strain on the body, pointing at the mechanical leg and arm. I think too many initiates died trying to master the flows of time itself and kind of thought it was a failed project at that point.
Oh.
Well, probably, I was hailed a prodigy in my time, so the fact that I could manipulate it to such an extent. So I'm thinking it just died out due to lack of actual training.
I mean, that does stack up with how difficult I understand it to be.
You're certainly not wrong. Anyway, I guess we go wait outside. You might want to put that fourth gem in there, and I guess the hum would be very intoxicating for this toxin head.
Yeah, good shout. I'll just put the gem in.
Yeah. As the gems just snap into place, there's this glow.
Well,
Right, so head out, rest, and wait for it to come.
yeah, I guess we just literally sit outside and wait.
What's the likelihood of it getting like a food coma and just staying over there for a bit?
I don't know. They all seem to have different personalities. Fine axeman work, by the way.
I wouldn't see it quite likely, if I'm honest with you. I would imagine they would arrive very, very soon.
Yeah, I was worried about that. Okay. Oh,
Excellent. Short rest.
Uh,
Martha will go up to the old guy,
Yeah.
put a hand on his shoulder. We'll get vengeance for your kin. Sorry for your loss.
That's very sweet of you. Martha, was it?
Aye.
I do remember a Martha from a long
You've heard the
time ago.
tales?
Definitely, definitely. I heard the one tale of you couldn't quite stop King Tyrant.
Managed to slip away. Seems like I wasn't alone in that, though.
He kind of looks at the rest of you like, no, doesn't seem quite that you was. Maybe he was just better on the day. Maybe this time you'll be better.
We'll see about that. Aye.
Or maybe he'll get the upper hand on you. Who knows?
Aye. Doubt it. Had years to train and plot this, so we'll seize it and kill him.
That's very valid. Very good. I admire your moxie. What is this last space on the armor for?
That should be the housing for the last. Well, I guess it'll be toxic gem.
Oh, interesting. A gem like this, and he pulls it out of his pocket, connects it onto the armor. I need you all to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
oh, I knew. I was like, he's saying really suspicious now. I was literally about to ask, can I do an insight? But then it's too late.
That's good service. 27.
27. That
22.
27 just succeeds. 22 fails.
I fail.
That will be 98 points of acid damage.
I'm assuming that's half, right?
Because of evasion, yes.
Evasion? Which would be...
54.
Oh, I'm just up!
And as he touches this gem to the armor kind of melts onto him, and his frail features becomes this chiseled visage of what you would know as the evil King Tyrant, and that's where we end today.
Well, fuck this guy.